Okay. New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's. This comes out at New Year's. This is a thing that El Macho slash Damon doesn't want you to know. That I am El Macho. Yeah, yeah. And I was Metro Man too. You know what? Full transparency was me. There you go. Yeah, you can click off if you really, that's all you wanted to hear. It was me. It was me all along. However, the fact is, only one person really caught on, and even then, it's because I purposely made him catch on. He would never have had any of this light bulbs later on in his second video here without me having purposely slipped up in a voice call, which just has no recording at all. But I purposely said, "Oh, yo, yeah, about the El Macho thing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next video as El Macho." And then he got us like, "Whoa, what? You're El Macho?" And then he had he said, "Oh man, it's all starting to come together now." Like, bro, I had to purposely do it. I guess I was just that good, where I really just needed to spell it out for one person. Did I make him look crazy? Yes, because everyone else kind of had a hard time believing it. Until the second video, at which point he recorded without my consent. He's my friend, and also honestly, this works better for me, anyways. But he got like half this stuff wrong, like stuff I didn't explicitly tell him. He got wrong, like the dang. For example, he says I did it for clout. No, no. You don't understand. I didn't do it for clout. I did it for the fun of the game. Because you see, I missed the RDH Vortex experiment, right? Like I genuinely missed it, and I wanted to do something fun, like a version of it that is uniquely me, that I have fun with, and anyone that watches it, whether it be while it's happening or later on as rewatching it in a playlist, which is out now. Once this video comes out, it'll be out with it. We can laugh. Have a drama that you laugh at. Not something you just, whoa, this is crazy. No, you have a laugh. You know it's scripted. You know it's relatively fake. Like, there are a few instances where I went off script a little bit with the All Jones thing and the other guy that I can't remember the name of, but I know it was important enough for me to come out of the woodwork and say, as El Macho, for once in my life, I agree. Like, I didn't go off of the script that much, but like I try to keep it realistic to that character, and it's me. It's always been me. That is simple, and I had a fun time. I did exactly what I wanted to do. Honestly, I wish I uploaded more, but I had no ideas for what I would do more. Anyways, it would probably just been more filler content, and we had a few filler things anyway. So like, like the most we probably would have seen is like a SpongeBob arc if I uploaded this like consistently every single day, and Metro Man would have been like the second arc. But whatever. That stuff, like, I had no idea what I was gonna do with the Metro Man stuff. Like, I knew the podcast, and like after that he became worthless. So how do I get him out of there? I'd say, oh yeah, he had LSD, he robbed a bank, and I think there was another excuse, but whatever. I genuinely think that it's crazy that everyone kind of fell for it a little bit. And there is the fact that me being El Macho and like hating on myself, I felt like I wanted to do that, especially at the time. Like I haven't received a incy I have not seen any hate towards me. And well, you are your own best critic, right? So what if I just make something, take all the funny critiques that we pass around in the group chat, say it in person, like as El Macho, type it in an AI voice, because I can't do my voice. You would catch on way too fast if I did that. But I did leave some hints in the shorts, and Smash was right about that. That call that I had with him, I was expecting it to be recorded. I was prepared for it to be recorded. because like I knew we were only a few days away from this being over. This is like New Year's Eve has always been the end date. And now, with that being said, Happy New Year's. But we are a few minutes into New Year's at this point, actually. But I've woken up from a dream. And now that I have, I can confidently say I have never felt so alive as a commentator as when I did this. Like, genuinely, I had so much fun doing this. I'm not going to do it again, because obviously one time, it's beautiful, it works perfectly. But if I do it a second time, it's going to get repetitive. If I do it a third time, it's going to be repetitive. I'm not going to do it again. And if I do, it would be like one of the last things I do before I retire, which will never happen, so... like, I'm going to be on my deathbed before I retire, and I'm going to... I'm not preparing anything for when I die. It's just going to be like a video saying, yo, Damons dead, and it's going to be like, I don't know, a nurse recording it. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But, essentially, this was a fun experiment. I did exactly what I wanted to do, and that's a lot better than Kuiper can say for the RDH Vortex experiment. But with that being said, I had a lot more limited goals than Kuiper with this RDH Vortex experiment. My only goal was to have people laugh at the situation and have a fun time. I think we all had at least a chuckle, so works out. I don't care if anyone else commentated on it. Like, Smasher making his videos was enough. Honestly, like, I didn't need anyone else to do it. And honestly, it's enough for me to do this clip right here, which has been something I've had in my vision for a long time.
You have not lost your dash, my friend.
Aha! I knew it! You are El Macho!
That's right!
So, with that being said, it's been me. And the El Macho account, is it going to be dead? Yeah, it's the same with the RDH Vortex channel. It doesn't upload anymore. But it's honestly something you can look back on. And if you want to look through the playlist, if you want to look through all those edits, which I did try to cook my best for those edits of El Macho, because, like, for any El Macho fans, I guess, or any Despicable Me fans, if you want to watch that, sure. I'm not gonna, like, indulge myself in Despicable Me as hard as I did there. But I do like Despicable Me. I watched the second movie. It's my favorite. El Macho is my favorite villain from Despicable Me. And I thought it would be fun to dress up as him and play around with that. And I think it was. It was a fun experiment. And genuinely, the amount of people that I have gotten subscribed to me from this, thank you. Like, like, again, this was not my intention. It was genuinely not my intention to have this, but here we are. We grew like a couple hundred subs from that. Dang. And like, yeah, I don't know how else to really say other than it was fun. It was just pure fun. And so many people will have called me a great commentator from stuff like this, or just in general now. I'm being considered a decent to good commentator. I've asked Smasher genuinely, and he says I'm as good of a commentator as Kuiper, and honestly, that is as good of a praise as I can get. I don't care if you make your jokes. I don't care if anything. I will take that praise. I will take that. I wanted to do something as good as what Kuiper did. I uploaded more videos than the RDH Vortex experiment. And if we even it out together, I think it's just as good. I genuinely do. Because I reached my goals. He may not have reached his, but he got some good goals out of that. And I think genuinely, like, I wasn't going in here fishing for responses like Kuiper was with the RDH Vortex experiment. On that regard, we had similar results because neither of us got anyone fishing around. But I didn't want it. I didn't care enough. I honestly wanted to contain it between me, my friends, and El Macho. And I kind of got that. Kuiper was laughing in private. All my friends were laughing at him. And all I can really say now is Happy New Year's.